And here he is. I know you've watched plenty of tape, Troy, on Sam Howell. What do you see when you turn it on?
Well, I like him, and it's limited in what you're able to see of him going back to last year. He had that Week 18 start against Dallas, and he did some good things. He did some not so real gym rat. He's tough, he's smart, and he's earned the respect of the players in that locker room already. There's the injury and then graduation. His third year wasn't quite as good as his second year, and he falls to the 5th round. What they do offensively, and rightfully so. But Eric Bieniemy had a hand in that, in the game planning, and then there were times that during games he would take over and call some of the plays himself.
3rd down and 4. Robinson on a little screen, and we'll see where they put it. Looks to be enough for that. Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, Tyreek Hill when he was there, right on down the line. But he knows what he's doing. Pass is caught on 1st down as the tight end Cole Turner, who was kind of a favorite.
Got a few targets, and Sam Howell, standing strong in the pocket and delivering it. And when you watch Howell, is really like it is for most quarterbacks, that you have to make good decisions and then you've got to be accurate with the football. And if he does that, there's going to be opportunities to hit for him to get the ball into some playmakers' hands.
Blitz coming. Commanders pick it up, and Howell buying time. Time runs out. Down he goes back inside the 30. Offense.
Well, it's a 4-man rush is what they bring. So the offensive line really does a pretty decent job of sorting through it, giving him some time, and he had guys where he could have just gotten the ball. Big loss.
Mike McDonald, second-year defensive coordinator. Quick shot at him. Pass is caught for a 1st down. Cole Turner
from Travis Kelce there in Kansas City. But what a great job by Howell. He starts to his left. You see him get through the progression like I was talking about a moment ago. Turner, who runs a good route and comes back to the football. You got to earn that right. First rounders, they get more opportunities. There was a pretty good 6th rounder that recently retired, though. But it takes a little bit of time before you really allow people to forget you were a 5th rounder.
There's McLaurin over the middle for
fence. How many times do we see this with Tyreek Hill? He starts like he's going to run a crosser, and then he goes vertical and then sits it down in the zone. And he's the perfect guy to be doing a lot of this type stuff. I expect Terry McLaurin, who's already a fantastic player, defense is tailor-made for him in recent years. But Cole Turner has really impressed some people.
2nd down and 1, so they're going to put it up. Instead, Howell carries for the 1st down. Does he have the look of the guy? And he said he's doing it by his actions. He's not the guy that's going to grab a face mask. And
showed his ability to escape the pocket and create.
Here's a shot downfield, and there's McLaurin again. 1st and goal.
Get up the field. You can see him right here as he gets vertical in the pocket that Sam Howell has. And he's able to step up. Here comes McLaurin right back at him at the top of the route. Time's up very well. This guy can do it all, really. He's one of my favorite receivers, and he can beat you deep. Some positions.
2nd down and goal, pressure on Howell. And this time he's Howell up the gut. Stays upright and takes it down inside the 3.
Hard time staying on the field, but he's pretty dynamic. In college, and what we've seen of him already that has really stood out, even going back to that start last year against Dallas, was his ability to run and create some plays. But you better have some thick skin, and you better have some confidence if you're going to have success at any position, but especially quarterback in the National Football League.
2nd down and 5. Howell hangs in, and this one's broken. But it was 40, and this on Jahan Dotson gets a 1st down for the Commanders.
Yeah, good call. Goes right through the back of Jahan Dotson. You see right contact being made. Ball hasn't arrived.
Right down to the right of us, and he gives thumbs up. Those are such reassuring little gestures that he does during the course of games. Flag, likely a hold. We'll let John weigh in on that. 1st down and 20.
You might have a little surprise for John Perry later on.
Yeah, I think we do.
He's not as concerned as I thought he might have been.
Howell, Robinson.
And injuries, a lot of those being on the offensive side of the ball.
Looks like a free play. It is. Howell over the middle behind his tight end, returner. Howell will look for a lot. Down at the bottom, that's McLaurin. Howell airs it out, downfield for Brown, and it's broken up.
Really good job, for sure, by Seymour. De'Ami Brown and Sam Howell, they go back to college. They have quite a connection, both having played together there at UNC. He decides he's going to take the deep shot. Instead, he had to come down.
And then the 57-yard return by Martin sets up the Commanders. Howell scanning, and finally comes underneath to Brian Robinson, who gets 8.
Emmanuel Forbes and the things he was able to do in college and creating takeaways. I know Martin was beat, but yet he made up for it, and he gets the interception, and he did a lot of that in college also.
He sure did. Robin, who had the pressure up the gut that forced that high throw from Johnson. Pass is caught.
But he keeps doing that. They'll find a spot for him.
2nd down and 4. Here's one for Gibson. Breaks one tackle, but cannot get away from Christian Welch. Becoming really good young coach.
Yeah, a little different style than what we had seen those years under Wink Martindale, but the results were the same.
Howell. Good protection. Gibson. Long way to go for the first. Good protection. Caught Dotson down to the 10.
And this offensive line giving him the time to just sit there in the pocket.
Have done a great job of getting this team right there, right by the playoffs. But it's a long season, but we're optimistic. And watching Sam out there.
Here you
Yes,
go.
sir. Yes, sir.
Income.
I have a lot of faith in Sam and the team, so we'll see.
This is the organization and the team that you grew up rooting for in Chevy Chase, Maryland, and
Yes, sir.
you know, for you to be at the controls has got.
Who knew as a middle-class kid from Chevy Chase I'd end up here? Let's go.
There you go. That's Gibson.
And he's
Touchdown.
There we go. I told you guys. Let's not give up faith.
And now flags fly as a fight breaks out in the end zone, but the touchdown came first and will stand.
It's on the board.
And here he's going to run the post, and then you've got Josh Ross, who he's going to go over the top because of the action here. As Antonio Gibson comes out of the backfield, you see he's thinking he's going to go to the flat. He comes underneath it, and then it's just who can be more physical at the goal line and score.
And really pushing this team forward.
Absolutely. There's an optimism that comes with this organization going into this season, and I don't want to overstate it, Joe, but we've been in town for a couple days. You can feel it.
Here's a sack off the.
It is a good opportunity, but they don't pick it up here. They don't bring more guys than they can block. It's just a breakdown, whether Howell should have redirected the offensive line or they should have picked it up. But a 4-man rush, nothing fancy, and a really easy sack.
That's 2nd down and 17 after the sack. Howell trying to find somewhere to go. How special he is, and how Ohio State has just become this factory for really, really good wide receivers. Pass, there he is. McLaurin, 1st down across the 40.
Allow these later developing routes to happen, and the answer so far has been yes.
This one broken up. Dotson, the
amazing wide receivers in the NFL.
And he's just been named the offensive coordinator. This throw is one of the few errant throws.
And he's got another good one this year. Is going to be a top pick next year in Marvin Harrison Jr., who got to learn a thing or two from his dad.
Here's Dotson again, spins down inside the 35.
This offensive line can gain some confidence from, because overall they've had a breakdown here and there, but overall they've really done a good job of providing a nice pocket for Sam Howell, and he's hung
in high school. They've just added Jadeveon and Clowney. Howell is hanging on to it for a long time, escapes to his right, and with the eyes downfield finds Dotson.
Cool customer. I mean, here they come. They're bringing everybody, and they have extra protection in, so it's going to get picked up, but those are hard blocks, especially for the back, Brian Robinson. And Howell, he hangs in there. He's just an old gunslinger. He's going to wait as long as he can, and Fortunately, he's able to get out. And then
Howell completing passes at 78% in this first half.
well, hopefully he doesn't come away from this game or this preseason like I did back in 1989. I thought it was a pretty easy league.
And how'd that season start?
Well, not good. He's continued to do that tonight.
Good protection, end zone, and De'Ami Brown
Left off.
17 seconds left, no timeouts for the Commanders. Good protection again, touchdown, De'Ami Brown. You can't convince Sam Howell or De'Ami Brown about that. These plays matter.
Yeah, you're going to see when Howell goes to turn it loose. Look at the coverage. You'd think it's going to go over the top. Instead, he throws it underneath and allows De'Ami Brown to try to come back to the football and make a play. That ball, typically, you would expect it to be thrown to the pylon. But he's able to...